see you shining like a motherfucker, young P. You hit the scene and you light it up like the sun, P. You blessed and highly favored, pimp. You got that flavor, all of the bitches savor, pimp. But look, by the way you illuminate, suckers gonna be attracted, so you gonna have to fumigate. Some gonna make it through the gate with them secret handshakes and phrases, but look out for that overzealous snake with praises. Let's go.
Bitch, you want all this pimpin' you can't afford. Perform like a punk, but wanna win his reward. Some suckers give you points, but bitch, you never scored. If you ain't paying pimpin', then bitch, you getting ignored. Okay, I'm so sick of these.
You done heard your mama play that old ass song, smiling in your face. All the time they wanna take your place. Backstabbers. Man. Young pimps. I know a lot of y'all, you know, you young and vibrant. You know what I mean? You got that young, good, fresh energy about this game, man. And you know, you just shine everywhere you go. You just got that light, you know, just radiating off your body, man, everywhere you go, right? So when you shining, man, and see, when you a young pimp, man, you ain't even gotta have it all, man. You ain't even gotta be, you know, super balling or anything like that, but a lot of young cats in the game, man, are real charismatic and fly and just got a certain nature about themselves that just draws people, right? And see, when you got that going on about yourself, everybody wanna be your friend. And a lot of cats that wanna be your friend, you know, they just really just pretending. You know, they got that secret handshake that I like to call, you know, that these motherfuckers, you know, try to, you know, infiltrate the pimping with, right? So you got to be real careful, man, because everybody that say that they some pimping don't display some pimping. Everybody that say that they the pimping ain't for you. You know, a lot of cats really just want to get up under you and get next to you because they jealous of you and they want to hinder your pimping, or they want to use the drain the energy of your pimping for themselves, you know, and try to utilize your pimping for their own benefit, but not at all for your benefit, man. You know, it's, man, you know, everybody that say that they a pimp is not the pimping, man. And I know how it is when you young in the game. You know, you think everybody that say that they some pimping is the pimping, but you know, unfortunately, you're gonna have to find out the hard way that not everybody is that, and you're gonna have to find out the even harder way that everybody pretend like they your partner, and they might even do certain things that's like, damn, this is a solid individual. I'm here to let you know, a lot of cats is pretending, and they know that you young and impressionable in the game, so they know how to do certain things to earn your trust. It's some slick, cold motherfuckers in this game, man, but they don't have your best interest at heart at all, man. And they really just selfish and jealous, man. You know, shit like when y'all go out, you know, you that motherfucker to get the action. So they try to ride your coattail and ride your wave, you know what I mean? So they can get action like you know, or, you know, you might be the one with the conversation, you know, so they might be jealous of you because of that. You know, it's just all kind of reasons that motherfuckers will try to pretend to be your friends, but really deep down inside, they're jealous of you, man. And like I say all the time, it's a few indicators that you got to pay attention to, man, that really let you know if a motherfucker is equally yoked with your pimping, and whether or not you even need to be around this motherfucker. You know, that sense of self-importance. A lot of motherfuckers that call themselves the pimping, they don't really feel important. You'll notice the shit when you get around certain bitches and they feel intimidated and they don't speak up. They don't try to get at bitches or nothing like that. You know what I mean? You can tell they intimidated. A lot of cats get intimidated by white bitches. A lot of cats get intimidated by bitches that got a better situation than them. You know, those is not the type of individuals that you need to be around. You need to be around motherfuckers, you know, they gonna drain your pimping. You need to be around individuals that's gonna spark your pimping up, and you gonna spark they pimping up, and y'all gonna keep each other sparked, and y'all gonna keep each other sharp, because your steel is sharper than they steel, and vice versa. Those are the type of individuals you need to be around. You know, they got that sense of self-confidence, that sense of self-importance. And the other motherfuckers, you know, they'll joke, you know, like me. You see, I'm a light-skinned motherfucker, got waves, you know, fairly decent build, light eyes, all that shit, you know. Motherfuckers will joke about shit like that when they go out campaign with me. like I just ain't got no mouthpiece, like I just ain't got no game. You know, everything that I got going on is because I'm a light-skinned nigga with the muscles and waves and light eyes and all that old shit. Like I ain't got an ounce of pimping with me, you know, but they be so wrapped up in my appearance, you know, they allow that to be the interference with they pimping. And it's like, that shit is crazy, you know. There's other motherfuckers I know got other things, you know, advantages over me, you know. Certain bitches like dark-skinned niggas, certain bitches like brown-skinned niggas, whatever the case, you know. Certain bitches like motherfuckers with long hair, certain bitches like motherfuckers with tattoos and gold teeth and all type of shit like that, of which I have none. But I don't allow that to, you know, fuck with my sense of self-confidence and self-importance, right? But you got other motherfuckers that when they campaign with you and they don't get action, they be so wrapped up in that because they gotta equate it to something. And it's like, he can't have more game than me, he can't talk better than me, so it's because of how he look. Yeah, that's why he getting all the action. Or if you talk better than them, you got motherfuckers like this too. They might think that they, or know to themselves that they look better than you, but they don't have a conversation, they don't have a charm, they don't have a sense of humor, you know what I mean, a charisma like you. So they'll give it to that, you know what I mean? But whatever the case, man, you don't need to be around no insecure motherfuckers that's deep down inside jealous of your pimping, you know what I mean? That sense of self-importance, self-confidence. You gotta be around motherfuckers like that. That sense of self-discipline, right? A lot of motherfuckers ain't got that neither. You know what I mean? And if you're a highly self-disciplined individual like you should be in this game, you ain't got no business with motherfuckers that's mastered by everything that they deal with, and they not at all the master of themselves, you know what I mean, and master of whatever they dealing with. You know, they being mastered by everything. And if you're a highly self-disciplined individual, you ain't got no business with a motherfucker like that. No matter how cool they might be, no matter how funny they might be, no matter how comfortable they might be to kick it with, you know, you don't have no business being around them type of motherfuckers, you know. Like I say all the time, talk to them at the doorstep or talk to them at the sidewalk. Don't let them in your house, man. Don't let them in your living room, you know what I mean? You can trust them out there, but don't let them in the intimate places of your pimping, man. You know, they ain't got no business up in there. You know, it's a recipe for disaster when you kick it and you spend too much time and give too much trust to individuals like that. You dig? Because for those things that they're mastered by, whether it's drugs, alcohol, sex, what have you, you know what I mean? They might compromise your well-being or your health or whatever the case may be for the sake of that bullshit, right? And then also, you know, ability to withstand pressure. A lot of these motherfuckers can't handle no pressure at all, you know what I mean? A lot of these motherfuckers act tough, talk a good one, but they gonna, you know, get to singing like a canary when the pressure get on thick. You ain't got no business around certain motherfuckers like that. And they'll let you know in small instances, in small situations, you know what I mean? They'll give you a preview of the bullshit that's to come if you keep on hanging around with these motherfuckers, man. You got to stay sucker free. You don't need to be around nobody that can't handle no type of pressure. You know what I mean? It have been so many times where, you know, when I was younger in the game and I might be leaking with a motherfucker, and that's some pressure. And that pressure is gonna let you know, if it's a motherfucker that's leaking and the whole time you trying to stay sparked up, you got your Sugar Free or your Silky Slim or your Rollo playing, you know what I mean? You trying to stay in the spirit of pimping, you trying to stay motivated, you watching Sinful to Pete videos, you know what I mean? Andre Taylor and things like that, you trying to stay motivated, you know, and you maintaining positive spirits, you know, you like, I'm gonna go out and pimp today, I'm gonna knock me a bad one. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna do some amazing pimping on that bitch when I get that bitch. You know, meanwhile, this motherfucker over here, like I say, he can't handle the pressure. He's so wrapped up in what's going on right now, he can't focus on what's going on in the future. You know what I mean? You creating a beautiful creation in your mind. This is the first creation, and the second creation is gonna be the beautiful creation that you create through the actions, right? But this individual over here, they gonna drain your energy and drain your pimping because they so stressed out by the pressure that they can't even comprehend that this is temporary. You know what I mean? So they prolong the pressure in a leaking situation, right? You ain't got no business around motherfuckers like that, man. When you out campaigning and pimping, even if you just kicking and chopping it up, you don't need to be chopping it up with motherfuckers or kicking it or smoking or whatever you're doing with motherfuckers like that, man. You need to be around other pimps that are self-confident, self-disciplined, have the ability to withstand pressure. You know what I mean? And on top of that, they just got a whole lot of pimping with them, man. You know, somebody that's gonna compliment your pimping, not draw from, drain, and take away from your pimping. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a black eye to your pimping. You ain't got no business around motherfuckers like that. And I know what you probably saying, Freeze, like, damn, man, you know, shit, I'm gonna be by myself in that case. Hey, if that's the case, then so be it, man. You know, it's better for you to be by yourself and stay sucker free. You know what I mean? A lot of times that's when you get your best action anyway, than to be around a motherfucker that's cool, comfortable, you know what I mean, but they just gonna take away from your pimping one way or another, you know. And as I always say, comfort, that's one of the biggest enemies, if not the biggest enemy of success. You don't need to be comfortable, man. Get by yourself, or get with other pimps that's equally yoked, that's on the same page as you. You know what I mean? Them type of motherfuckers that when you cross country, see, when you face to face with somebody every day, y'all down in the same place, it's easy for a motherfucker to check on you and be cool with you. But I'm talking about, you know, the pimp that you ain't seen in months. You know what I mean? That's cross country. Y'all see each other every day. And he call you not to ask for a jug, not to ask about a bitch, or see if you know this bitch or that bitch, but he just called to check on your pimping and see how you doing, man. That type of motherfucker. Those are the motherfuckers that you need to be cool with. And if it's not that type of individual, you ain't got no business hanging out with them motherfuckers, man. You know, it done been so many times where I kick it with a motherfucker that I think is cool, you know what I mean? Because they comfortable to be around. They might be funny, or they might just be, you know, might be cool. They might have a nice spirit about themselves, but they just ain't the right type of motherfucker for me to be campaigning with, man. I have motherfuckers blow bitches for me. I have motherfuckers land me in jail behind hanging out with their ass when I know damn well I shouldn't have been. I'm talking about all kind of shit, man, that could have been avoided if I would have just, you know, stayed in the spirit of pimping and operated on my higher level like I know I'm supposed to, man. Do Freeze a favor, man. You know, I got nothing but love for the young pimping. You know, you got a lot of older pimps too, sad to say, but you got a lot of older cats in the game that's, you know, jealous of the young pimping, hating on the young pimping, smiling in the young pimping face, but talking bad about the young pimping every chance they get behind their back. You know what I mean? Because you younger than them, you flyer than them, you smarter than them, you got more charisma and a better sense of humor than them. You know what I mean? Bitches like you more than them. You know, you ain't got no business around them motherfuckers, man. You know? And I just gave you a few indicators on how to spot them motherfuckers and fish they motherfucking ass out. But the bottom line, man, moral of the story, stay sucker free at all costs, man. Freeze is it. Put some of this motherfucking love in your body, like so. Let that marinate on your mind one time. Holla.
Now come and take a sip of this game. Pour it down your ear and let it drip to your brain so you can run it up, run it up. And we'll be coming up, really coming up. Take a sip of this game, let it saturate your brain. Taylor, make your homework so we can match it with my name. Then attach it to your frame, right? Now you game tight. You gon' check her back the same night.